Amit here from TV Show How. I have with me Theda Muller. There is a way out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in debt anywhere in the world, Theda is working on her next book for your region. I'm begging her, please, please, please do the United States next. Theda, you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, Ahmed. Thanks for having me. I am here, of course, to discuss my book today, and the book about debt and how people can overcome the debt. But
Embrace
also address
Financial Freedom is a title on Amazon. I was going to wait a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and drag it on the screen right away. So now our audience can see it, and I'm going to put it away. And oh, we gave away the big secret. You're giving it away for 99 cents.
Yes, that's right. And this is just because you have it. I want everybody to read it. I know what the situation is in the world, but at the end, the book was actually written for predominantly for Middle East audience because I've lived there for over a decade and I've been involved in, I'm an experienced banker and also in the legal field. So basically, it is to help the communities and people on the street who really don't know how to face a debt crisis. And there's so many negativities attached to this.
Okay,
But
now, first I want to apologize for the setting. You are on vacation. Your book just came out, and you are on vacation in Malta visiting your nephew, so we couldn't get the setting perfect, but I wanted to do the interview so bad. I appreciate you letting us have it even though you're on vacation mode.
well, I'm
I
sorry.
am going to give you a little bit of credibility here. I'm going to show our audience you are a financial writer, and I'm putting the article on the screen as we speak. You're a financial writer for Arroya paper, which is a very important paper in the Arab world. Theda, you're doing this not because it was a theory you derived. You basically struggled with these issues yourself some time ago. Tell us a little bit about your struggle.
Well, many years ago, I'd say almost 10 years ago, I lost my job. I didn't get my benefits. I had a really bad time. I had a loan and credit cards, and I was a Westerner in a foreign country. I didn't do, and I really faced very bad times. And I have to tell you, to the point where I didn't have water to drink.
Wow.
But I was very determined to overcome it, and it took me about 4 years to become debt free. But at the end of the day, I had gone through the pitfalls myself. And if I can help someone to avoid those pitfalls, then it's much better because there's so much emotional fear attached to being in debt.
You didn't just come up with this as a theory from watching others. You went through the struggle yourself some time ago. Tell us a little bit about your struggles and what makes you an
Yes.
authority on the subject.
Well, I came from a Western country not knowing what the rules and regulations are in the Middle East. And I think this is what every expat faces. So I found myself unemployed. It was not self-inflicted, with no benefits paid, no nothing, and really no support because when we are in our own countries, we have the support. So, being a female on my own, it was a horrifying experience. And I faced my problem. I took the responsibility and I went through the system to repay my debt. And this is exactly the procedure that I am explaining in the book. But my situation, because of where I found myself at that time, I literally had no water to drink.
Wow.
But I'm a very determined person because I come from a fighting background in South Africa. So I wasn't going to give up. And the fact that I had been away from home, I always told myself, sacrificed my time, then I would want to leave any country after staying there for a while with money hanging out of my pockets. And I was not going to be a defeatist. But with this knowledge, I also realized that I can help other people. I also had the opportunity of working in the legal field, and I'm also an experienced banker. So I understand the collections aspect, the legalities of it, and this is how I can help people, because there is a way out. It's not like you have to go and lock yourself up and just die a death. And I wanted to share that.
Let me repeat that sentence. There is a way out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in debt anywhere in the world, Theda is working on her next book for your region. I'm begging her, please, please, please do the United States next.
Well, Ahmed, I will try. I don't think it will be too bad. I think that in the US, in any Western country, the rules are really the same. And where you have a special debt court, you can liquidate yourself, all these things. But that's not the end result is not the issue. What the issue is to get people to make that first step. Because inevitably, when we are in debt, we don't have money in our pockets. We don't take the bank's calls. We don't take our creditors' calls, and it's not going to go away. And that's the thing. They have to overcome that fear to take that responsibility and face it. Yes, you're going to be humiliated. You're going to be degraded, feel just the small, but you need to feel just the small to actually become a better person and know how to overcome these problems. That's it.
What
There's no
is the
shortcut in the
largest
process.
what is the largest thing holding people back? What is the biggest objection you think someone has? Obviously, the embarrassment is one of them you address.
Humiliation, degradation, because when you do go to collections departments anywhere, in any company, in a bank, anywhere, find that people come and crowd around, employees of the bank, they will come and crowd around and they'll all stand around and listen to your story. And you're just human, you have these emotions, you're embarrassed, you feel very bad, and you don't know what to do. But the thing is, this is something you have to go through. You have to experience this to know what it's like, and that's just part of the hurdle and part of the process. And that's what stops people from, because confrontation and going there to actually face our problems, we don't like to do. And we procrastinate and we procrastinate, but at the end, the problem actually snowballs and it becomes uncontrollable. And it doesn't have to be, because you can overcome anything that you want to.
Now, normally, I say the flashing of the headline, and we have an echo. I'm just going to deal with it. Like I said, I appreciate you meeting with me while you're on vacation. So you guys, I will have another interview with Theda when she's finally in her setting, and we can get the lighting and everything accurate. But for right now, I'm going to flash on the screen. Yay, my friend's book. I'm so proud of you. I am so honored and so proud of you. This is her book on Amazon. I'm going to have a link below. As you know, on TV show how the authors come here to deal with you directly. This is a very special space. Theda decided to put this book out for 99 cents because it helps so many people that are in need of help. I'm very. You already got 2 reviews and you got 6 likes, and I haven't even got a chance to review you yet. So that's wonderful. Okay.
Well, I've also said that, if anybody can't afford it, they can just email me. They can go to my Facebook page, and I will send them a free copy, because I want everybody to have it.
So if you guys can't afford the 99 cents, you heard Theda. Go and search Theda out. Drop her a message. You will get a free copy. The 99 cents is really the equivalent of a gift. We'd like you to spend the 99 cents. It's a tiny pain to have so much. I have personally already gone through chapter 1, 2, and a half. I got the book yesterday. It is stunning, packed with phenomenal information. You're going to love this lady's work. She says something in there that I really believe the title came from God, or higher up, as some of us would say. It's called embrace. Okay? It's the idea of an embrace. And that is, you embrace your trouble, you embrace one another. Tell us a little bit more about embrace. I would like to know.
Well, I've been working on this embrace for. I was just one day I was sitting and I decided to push my author talents, and then this name just popped out of the sky, and it was a God-given name, and I stuck to it. And many people were saying to me, I cannot identify the embrace with the death. I said, well, you don't understand. It was given to me, so I have to make use of it. And now people see the book, they realize that what I'm saying is embrace your situation, embrace your death. And that's and embrace each other, because the entire embrace concept is I'm trying to establish a global following where people in my region, in any region, they can start recruiting other people to become debt free, and they all become members, and they can start earning money through this, and they can go back to their home countries once they've paid their debts, and basically they can start and embrace in their own country. And if you're passionate about giving back and helping people and earning money, then that will be what I want to do, and that's the whole objective. But the embrace is also not just about debt recovery, because there's so many forms of debt recovery. This is also in volume 2. I'm dealing with how to face your creditor, and then how do you do home remedies not costing you a single dollar in your home to release this emotional fear. And here we attacking the human factor. So it's going to be a healing process that they can practice all these exercises, and they can actually start healing and start feeling better and start going out and start socializing and all this. This is a whole circle.
You know what occurred to me? When you don't take the creditor's call, you also don't take the customer's call either, because you're afraid they may be creditors. You don't take the opportunity call because you're afraid they may be creditors.
You lose out. Yes, of course you lose out.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful. Tell me, you're trying to create a community, and that community is like a support community, a teaching community that helps people get out of debt. So tell me a little bit more about that, and tell me 3 reasons why someone should pick up the book and begin listening to what you have to say.
Okay, number one, if you consider to be a wealthy individual, for example, or you sort of have more money than what you should have had. So now you're down to nothing, you've lost everything. It's obvious that your friends that you have had over the last few years, they're not going to be there for you, because you can't be entertaining on the same, you don't have the money to spend. And at the end of the day, they'll simply not start, they'll stop taking your calls and these kind of things. So what I'm doing is I'm putting like-minded people together, so they can all support each other, they can discuss, they're in the same situation, they have the same mindset, they all grow like we grow in Brainbox, we all grow together, and these are the kind of people you want in your social circle. And you never know what could come out of, what collaborations in business can come out of that. There may be somebody who really wanted to start a business, and there's somebody who used to have a business who lost it. So they together can work on this once they're on their road to recovery. But the idea is that when we are in debt, as say a man of the house, we can't communicate with our spouse, we can't communicate with our partners, our children suffer because everybody's miserable. So once you have a good payment plan, you can again start, bonding with your family, and so we will have outings, parents, for kids, for people to mix and to actually get to know one another. We'll actually now, the whole concept is going to go online as well, so you don't have to be where I am, you can be anywhere, and we'll all get together and we'll have an open discussion. And like you and I met, like we have met everybody else in our group, this will be the same concept.
Yeah.
You understand?
So if I understand it, number one, if you've had this issue 1 is a reset button, issue 2 is an emotional release and ability to let your family be normal again, and issue 3 is having a space where like-minded individuals suffering the same fate begin to help one another to heal. Those are 3 wonderful nuggets. Now, if this was an expensive project, I'd ask you what kind of guarantee you give. It's not, so I'm going to ask the reader who downloads this. It's a gift from Theda. When you see how much information she put here, you'll know it's a gift. Please, as a favor to me, go and leave a review on Amazon. Theda is creating a platform. It's going to be a worldwide platform on how to deal with debt. You would be helping her tremendously just simply by leaving a review. That would be you, and as a matter of fact, she will, trust me, she will read the review. She will read the review, and then she will read it again. So if you want to say something to Theda, there's no better place than to put it in a review. Is this going to be 99 cents all the time?
Well, it's not really about the money. It's about giving back. And if there is a money issue, or if I make money out of it, then it's fine. But really, this I want everybody to have it, and as long as I can keep it at 99, I will. I will not change it very quickly because
Okay. If you go to Amazon and you find this book, not 99 cents, get a hold of me on tvshowhow.com or go to Theda's channel on tvshowhow.com. Get a hold of one of us. We'll make sure you get a copy for 99 cents. Is that a fair statement?
yes, that's fine. That's fine with me. Yeah.
Okay. You've worked with some people over the years. Of course, you yourself have suffered this. And can you think of one person that you've helped that came back to you and says, thanks for this information?
I've helped many people out of very bad situations. I've physically taken them to the banks. I am in contact with the banks because years ago, when I had the problem, I was dealing with supervisors in collection departments. These guys are now senior executives in the same banks. In fact, one of the guys who helped me, he is now the vice CEO of one of the biggest banks in the UAE, and he's my friend, but I know him. And when he found out I was doing this, he couldn't believe it, because the other aspect of actually going there to creditors and getting your financial situation sorted out is you gain respect. I've gained a huge amount of respect within the banking fraternity, because they will always say, you see, she was in a worse situation and look at her today, because I've led by example. So I've also made good relations, and so I can leverage on these relations to help people. So I've helped a lot of people over the last year. And the banks also now, when they have people in a situation, they will call me and say, can you help XYZ? They need a job, they need to restructure, they need. So it's a two-way street now,
You're
I have many
incredible.
people who
I'm going to tell you about somebody else you've helped out, and that's yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a female in an Arabic country, pretty much what we call a patriarchal society, and she pulled herself out of debt and made herself a name in that society. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very honored to be your friend.
Thank you, Ahmed.
And I thank you very much for making this book available for our listeners. I'm going to do what I can to make the video appear okay, and if not, I will have a still shot of you and a shot of the book instead, which I think is just as effective. And then, would you promise to come back for an interview when you have some better lighting?
Yes, I will. I will definitely.
I'm
Yeah,
so
I'm going to be back next week, or a few days, so then we can do another one.
I'm so proud of you. I'm going to put the link to Amazon.com below. TV show how when an author offers a 99 cents book, we get nothing out of it. We're so excited to bring you the 99 cents book. And this is one of those that's, oh my God, she's hitting the nail on the head. I just hope she'll do the next book in the United States. This isn't a chastise the bankers thing. This is, the bankers are
No,
as frustrated
no.
as the credit.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, and you will see in my book as well. Sorry to interrupt you. You'll see in my book as well that I have really stressed that the banks are not the enemies. They're not the boogeyman. I mean,
Yeah.
banks have given you the credit, so it's your responsibility to make sure that you pay it back.
Yeah.
And so that is the lesson that needs to be learned here is that don't look at the bank and blame the bank. The bank needs to get its money back. So they're not the bad people at the end of the day.
We have a
And
saying.
you just need.
We have a saying in Arabic, "Ad-bsatak mid-dijrek." That means as long as your little sheet is under you, that's how far you should spread your feet, your legs. If your seat doesn't reach far enough, don't try to spread yourself far enough. Don't buy all kind of cars and stuff if your income doesn't support it. You teach a lot of that, but mainly this is how to begin the healing process. I'm very proud of you. You want to go ahead and give us parting words and make sure to urge them to buy the book from Amazon and leave a review? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I would like to urge them to buy the book. I mean, if you are in debt and you are scared and you don't know what to do, just take that step, buy the book, read the book, or ask me to send you the book, because believe me, you can change your life. You have to change it yourself. Nobody else can do it for you.
Theda Muller.
As
Go ahead.
as embrace, I am there for you, and I have an open door policy. So that's it. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and Happy New Year. May 2012 be very a blessed year for all of us. And this is a step in the right direction towards peace. God bless you.
Thank you. You too.